All right, how's everyone doing? Uh, so today, this lesson, we're going to talk about images. This is going to be super short lesson, okay? Because images are pretty easy to handle in HTML. There's a few things in there that are going to look a little different than the other HTML elements that we've been exploring thus far, but it's gonna should be pretty easy for you. Okay, I already have my file set up, and what I have done. Matter of fact, let me move this. I need to move this. So right now, currently, file, my lesson 4 file is sitting outside of my HTML folders. You can see here. So what I need to do is I need to move it inside of that folder. So I'm just going to highlight it and I'm just going to drag it over here to where HTML is highlighted and let it go. It didn't take. Let's try it again. Oh, there you go. Okay. Do I want to move it to media? No, I don't want to move it to media. No. What I want to do is I want to move it into HTML. There we go. There we go. Now move. All right. There we go. Good to go now. Okay, so we're going to play with images. All right. And the first thing I did before we started this lesson is I created a folder here that I called media. Remember this icon here is how you can create a new folder. There it is, highlighted and see new folder. So I created a new folder inside of my HTML folder called media. Now some people will use images. That's perfectly fine. I've just always gone with media because sometimes I might put like an audio file or something in there as well, or maybe a video or whatever. But that's why I called it media and just kind of stuck with that. That's my thing. But you'll also see images. Well, matter of fact, you'll see images a lot more than you do media. Anyways, so I've created a media folder and I've already put an image inside of there as well. So I already have that. So you'll need to find an image, save that image into like a media folder that you'll have inside of your root folder where your projects go. Okay. So, anyways, all right, I have my file up. This is lesson4.html. And so to do an image, I need the image tag. So it's img. And when I press that, hit enter, we see we have two things that pop up, two attributes. We have the source attribute and the alt. Okay, the source is where is this file? What is the source of this image file? Okay, so it's looking for it. So what we have to do is we have to locate that image. All right, this image is inside of a media folder. Okay, so what I have to do is I'm going to type in media and I do a slash. And when I do that, Visual Studio Code automatically pops up the image. Now, it's not this easy all the time. This is why I structure my files a certain way so I can locate static files like images easily. But there is, when I type media slash, and then I can just go ahead and click image1.jpg, and so that image will pop up, okay? Uh, it may be a little tricky sometimes. Sometimes you will have to go back out of the folder that you're in, and then go into a different folder, which will require you to do something else, do something a little different. You'll see that down the line. But right now, what you need to know is you need to be able to locate the file wherever that file is. Now, honestly, I could have pulled that file up, that image up from where I had it previously, just locating it all the way into the correct place where I had it. I'm not trying to show off or anything like that. That's just, again, this goes into file structuring, which is super important. Anyways, the important thing that you really need to know is like, okay, I got to go and find the image wherever it's located. If you put it in a good place, you'll be able to find it. All right, that's enough on that. All right, so now this alt attribute, I'm going to give some type of description of what this image is, and this image is just me DJing, so DJ Daddy Bug on the turntables, and I do all vinyl. So there, that is it for image, for image tag. Okay, so let's go live. I'm gonna press go live and get the pop up, and voila, there is my image there. Now there's some other things that we can add, to this image attribute. This image element. I could, if I wanted to, I could change the width in here. Let's say width And let's say I wanted to make it 200 pixels. I could do that, and then you see it become smaller. I could say 2,000 pixels, and just be super obnoxious. And now you see it's all granulated and stuff. Don't want to do that, right? Just go with 350 pixels, and they go. There's even that's a little granulated, but whatever. The point is, you can adjust the width of this image and do other things. Now, I would recommend that you not do that inside of your HTML code. There are ways of dealing with images, manipulating their sizes and stuff like that outside of HTML. So, a couple things about that. About images. One, particularly when you are using images for the web, JPEG, PNG, GIF, and the guy who created said it's GIF. Okay, so you take it up with him. Those kind of files work best with the image tag, and depending on what the purposes of the image is, that will determine what kind of file you want to use. If you want to do just a static image, doesn't have any kind of changes, you don't want to manipulate it any kind of way, then a JPEG will work just fine. It's suitable. It will load a lot faster. But if you want to do things like add transparency to it, or maybe even make it like a background, have some kind of layer on top of it or whatever. Anytime you want to kind of manipulate the image a little bit, then a PNG will be more suitable for you. And obviously GIFs, we all know about those because we're sending each other GIFs all day while we should be working, right? We're sending GIFs to our friends and family. So those are, animated images or what have you. So find the image that's suitable for your needs or the file that you need and use that, okay? As far as images go, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, other thing you should know is that images are what we call inline level elements, and we'll look at some other inline elements as well later on when we get to links. That may be the very next lesson. But images are inline, and what I mean by that is, let's say I want to come over here. I'm going to add some lorem here. And what I'm going to do is, inside of this lorem, I'm going to put my image tag, like so. And now you see that the image is sitting inside of the lorem. Inside the text. It didn't break the line up and move the text underneath it. It's sitting in the position where we had placed it inside of the code. Okay, so that's what I mean when I say inline. It does not break the row of the code. Okay, so that's pretty much it with images. This is very simple. So very next lesson, I guess we'll get into links, which is another inline element. Subscribe, like, share, leave a comment. You got questions or something like that, please post comments on there. A question, I may not answer it, but somebody might. Just being honest with you. But anyways, peace, power, blessings, y'all.